Hello, Shakerites, varsity hockey fans, and welcome back to the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Today, your Red Raiders are back on the road here in Strongsville, facing off against the team warming up behind me, the Padua Franciscan Bruins. Now, entering into today's Shaker, ranked higher up. They are 12th in the OHSAA rankings. Padua right behind them. They're ranked 13th. In the GLHL standings, not much different as well. Shaker holding their own at third. Their record 5-3-1, 5 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. That 1 tie going against this Padua Bruins team. Padua is fourth in the GLHL standings. Their record 3-4-2. They've tied twice. And Shaker is coming off of a victory yesterday against Gilmore Academy. That was 2-1 your final. Goals coming from Ian Hunter off of a good tip-in goal. Went right over the shoulder of the goaltender Kitching. And the second goal was a power play goal scored by Will Brokaw, the senior. For Padua Franciscan, however, they are coming off of a 3-0 loss to University School. US for the moment is still undefeated in the GLHL, and I believe they only have 3 losses overall in their season as a whole. So we'll see if US is able to get the job done come the Cleveland Cup and take that cup home. But for today, this is the final Red Raider this is the final Red Raider game of the regular season, and here it is on the Padua Franciscan Senior Day. Last meeting between these two teams, it was a 3-3 final on the Red Raider Senior Day. 3-3. It was a sloppy game, an own goal from Quentin Garnett, penalties here and there on each side. There was an injury on one of the Padua Franciscan players, and 3-3 was the final. They had an 8-minute overtime period that could still not differentiate the two teams, and so we'll see what the difference will be today. We can assume, since Nico Daenerys got the start in net yesterday, that it's going to be Michael Better, the junior, starting. Last time he was in the net, it was back at home against Walsh Jesuit, where it was a 3-0 final. He was able to get the shutout. We'll see if he's able to replicate that kind of success here today. But for Padua, they are looking to go 500 in the GLHL with a win here today, moving them to 4-4-2. Shaker's just looking to improve upon their winning record. We'll see if that is the case. Both teams taking their final warm-up shots. Padua in white and brown, your Red Raiders in their all-red look. We will see how this one turns out. The final regular season game. Here we are at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. My name is Vaughn Ullum. I'll be here with the call all game long. We'll send you down to ice level in just a moment for player introductions. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you.
We haven't tied them, right?
We tied 3-3 yet. Which we really should.
Oh, no. We should not.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Arena. It is senior night and a great day for hockey here in Strongsville, Ohio. This evening, your Bruins face off against the Red Raiders of St. John's High School in a Great Lakes Hockey League regular season finale. Let's meet the starters. First for Shaker, in goal, number 32, Michael Better. Ivex, number 17, Captain Quentin Garnett. Ivex, number 23, Cole Richard. At wing, number 24, Joey Moore. At wing, number 4, Ryan Tilts. At center, number 26, Ryan Ryan. Irregularly Red Raiders varsity hockey team. The Raiders are coached by Mr. Matt Barkley. Now, let's meet the seniors of Padua Franciscan Hockey Bruins. Number 13, Ricky Aponte. Number 26, Andrew Young. Number 21, Tegan Brown. Number 20, opening captain, Yuri Molina. Number 7, opening captain, Luke Jordan. Number 15, captain, Colin Latier. And just tonight cannot play, senior trainer, Emily Forger.
It's tough. Yeah, it's got that was hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this great handlebar is the oldest freedom flag of the country in the world. Please stand in a show of respect for our flag and join Padua Jr., this Cheyenne Goliath, in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see diamond on surly lights? What's surrounding me and the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush strikes and bright stars through the perilous night. On the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies red the bombs bursting in, gave to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and of all of the brave? Let's go, Bruins.
And with the anthem of the nation, we are set for some good old GLHO rivalry hockey here today. An earlier puck drop, we were set for 4:50. We're going at the moment at 5:05. Now your Red Raiders in all red, they're the away team here on the Padua Bruins senior night. We'll see how Padua can do on their own senior night. These two faced off at the J.M. Bartley Arena for Shakers senior night. And once again, that was a 3-3 tie, a very sloppy performance for the Red Raiders. And head coach Bartley detailed that it was really due to the fact that it was that kind of senior night. It was a lot of prep going into it beforehand. It was just a lot of momentum going in, but the momentum wasn't exactly centered around the game itself. So here today, your Red Raiders looking to get a winning record against Padua, really. You don't want to have two ties against the same team, of course. If it gets to that point, we will go to overtime. We'll see how this one plays out. Your Red Raiders coming off of a victory against the 8th best team in the state, Gilmore Academy. Yesterday, Padua Franciscan, 13th best in the state. So judging off of that, Shaker should be able to get a victory here today. You heard the lines. It's going to be Ryan Lenahan, Joey Moore, and Ryan Kiltz, the first forward line. Starting us off here today, that defensive pairing of Richard and Garnett starting us off as well. We are underway after the puck drop. Padua holds it in the neutral zone. It's poked away by Cole Richard. Now there's a battle along the boards for the puck possession. Kiltz is going to end up poking this one out. 14:40 left to go in the first. We play on in the neutral zone. It's Padua's number 21 taking a shot. It goes wide off to the left side and behind the net. Garnett to Joey Moore. Joey Moore goes down the ice. He was looking to Ryan Kiltz. It's out of his reach. But Joey Moore, just misses it in the neutral zone. But Shakerites will recover, as that time it was Andy Benincasa trying to get it up to Lenahan. That won't work out. Quentin Garnett tries to rush forward. Also held up by some of the Bruin players out in front of him. Here, Joey Moore along the blue line going to dump this one in and hop off for a change. The typical first line of offense will be out now. It's going to be Will Brokaw, Connor Mayhew, and Sammy Gerber. Brokaw tries to center it into the corner. There's a Bruin in the lane, so it'll go to Benincasa at the point. Into the corner to Sammy Gerber. He's bumped off the play by number 20, Yuri Belina, one of the seniors honored here at the Brunswick Automart Arena here today. Into the corner, turned over to Connor Mayhew. He works around Belina, but into the corner it goes to Sammy Gerber on the opposite side. Back to Mayhew. He tries a little wrap around the post shot. Nothing doing. Padua dumps this one down. Will this be an icing? We'll get the hand raise and the whistle and the icing call. Face off back down in the Red Raider offensive zone. 13:32 left to go in the first period of play. Nothing your score. We're looking for a very even contest. Shaker entering into this game 12th in the OHSAA rankings. Padua 13th. And Padua wins this face-off. Here it's going to be number 27, skating it out of the zone himself. He'll look off all these passes and just dump this one in. Off the boards. It'll go to Garnett. Garnett's beat once again by Marcus Kane. Kane sends it in behind the net and eventually up to the point for Coyne. Coyne back around. But it won't find anyone but Braden White of your Red Raiders. It's turned over. Shaker is going to be able to clear it, but they won't be able to keep the puck possession. For the moment, the forward line, Aiden Salmon, Colin Arth, and Ian Hunter. Ian Hunter had a goal in yesterday's game with a beauty of a celly into the corner afterward. Unfortunately, he fell down to the ice after the celly. But oh well, what can you do? 12:50 left to go in the first period. Padua's going to clear this one down the ice. Will we get the icing? Indeed we will. 12:42 left to go in the first. Nothing your score early. Face off to the right side of Austin Green, the goaltender here today for the Bruins. Taking a face off up against Joey Moore is going to be number 10, Braden Miller. And right off the face off, the puck will take a swing right over to the net. He will hang on to it, and we will get another face-off right where we last had it. 12:39 left to go in the first. Joey Moore once again taking this draw. And Padua clears it right off the face-off in the neutral zone. Picked up by number 12, skating it up the right wing. Here it's Boscarello. He'll take the shot to the left side, but it went wide. Now a centering feed goes nowhere. And back up to the point we go this time to Boscarello. Tries to wrap it around the boards. Nothing doing. Lenahan's going to get the turnover. Here's a good rush for the Red Raiders. Looking for a shot. He'll take it. And looking for the tip was Joey Moore in the slot. Just couldn't get it off his stick with efficiency. Just over 12 minutes left to go. Padua attempting to get it out, and eventually Boscarello is poke-checked. Benincasa, however, couldn't maintain the possession of it. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We play on here. Puck to stick contact between both Ryan Lenahan and number 13 of the Padua Franciscan Bruins. That's a Ponte. And with that, the puck takes a glide into the Red Raider bench. We will get a face-off along that Red Raider zone blue line. Taking the face-off here will be Connor Mayhew. Winning it over to Brokaw. Brokaw sends it back to the defensive pairing in Braden White and Andy Benincasa. This is the defensive pairing we saw early in the season. Here's a shot all the way from the red line of center ice. Better is just going to hang on to this one. And both teams will stick with their set of 5 out there on the ice. 11:45 left to go in the first. We're still scoreless early in this game. Here's Mayhew up against Young for the face-off. Shaker will win this one, wrapping it around the boards in an attempt to clear. Brokaw didn't rush to the puck, but number 7 did, Luke Jordan. And so Padua kept it in for a moment. Shaker skates it the other way. But immediately we're back into that Red Raider zone. Shaker struggling to set up early in this one. Quentin Garnett attempting to clear it. Kept in at the point that time once again by Jordan. Into the neutral zone we go. Jordan sends it right back in where it came from. 11:15 left to go in the first. Braden White sends this one up. Brokaw. Brokaw loses it all right off his stick. Not something you see too often from Brokaw. There, Mayhew splits 3 forwards, dangles around one, sends it over to Sammy Gerber. Here's another chance. Oh, and that won't find its way into the back of the net. Just under 11 minutes left to go here in the first. Sammy Gerber leaves this one to Brokaw, and this will be played with a high stick. If Shaker touches up, they do not. But here it's Garnett off the turnover to Mayhew. Mayhew leaves it to Brokaw. Brokaw skates around in the neutral zone, now looks cross ice to Cole Richard. The freshman works around one man. Looking for the centering feed over to Sammy Gerber, and he couldn't get the shot away. Good defensive effort that time by Adam Coy. We're still in the Red Raider offensive zone. Sammy Gerber goes cross ice. He goes Will Brokaw. Brokaw struggling to maintain puck possession. 2 Raiders against 2 Bruins. Brokaw bumped off the play by number 25, Jack Olbrees. And now he'll skate this one up. He'll take a shot, and a good glove save by Michael Vetter means we can finally catch our breath. 2:17 left to go here in the first. Still scoreless. The faceoff will be to the left side of Michael Vetter, our right side. And here it's Arth taking the draw this time up against Braden Miller. But Shaker's going to win this one. Around the boards we go. Salmon unable to force the puck outside of the blue line. And so along the boards, the battle for puck possession. It's back to Aiden Salmon. Salmon was looking up to the freshman forward, Colin Arth. He can't pick it up. There's a man in the lane. And now Kalergis to his co-defenseman, Benincasa. Benincasa sends it up the ice. But nothing doing. Might have been played with a high stick. So we get the face-off outside the blue line here. We're going to have Arth taking the draw. And now here's a good rush developing here. It's Ian Hunter and Arth on the rush. Ian Hunter was looking for the centering feed, and that goes nowhere. Behind the net we go in Padua possession. Looking to clear it out. The big body of Benincasa keeps it in momentarily, but eventually it's going to be Miller skating it up the right wing, but that's offsides. Marquis Aponte was just a bit too ambitious entering into the O-zone. And so we get the play blown dead. We're going to have the face-off outside of that Red Raider zone once again, right outside that blue line. Ryan Lenahan taking the face-off. To his left, it's Moore. To his right, it's Kiltz. And who takes possession off the draw? It's going to be Quentin Garnett for the Red Raiders. There, a bad pass. He was looking at Joey Moore, nothing doing. And Joey Moore ran into a referee. He seems to be all right here. Michael Vetter sending it out of his crease. Padua unable to get too many shots off early. Shaker, however, hasn't had a lot either. 9:10 left to go here in the first. We play on. Here it'll go to Aponte. He'll take a shot and a good kick save. Secondary chance, and that's a good blocker save once more from Michael Vetter, getting the start here today since Nico Daenerys got the start in yesterday's affair. Will this be an icing? Yes, it will be. He didn't hit any sticks in the neutral zone. 8:54 left to go in the first. 0-0 your score. Thank you very much for joining. Kalergis and Richard going to be the defensive pairing. Mayhew, Gerber, and Brokaw the forward line. Mayhew taking this face-off up against number 26, Andrew Young, and Mayhew's going to win this back into the corner for Kalergis, who wraps it around the boards. He was looking to Will Brokaw. He was tied up along the boards that time by number 21 into the corner. Trying to center it himself is the Padua Franciscan forward, and he collides with Michael Vetter, and he's down on the ice. A little slow to get up. We'll see how this goes. And he will get up with the puck in his grasp. It was in his blocker hand. 8:41 left to go in the first. We await Michael Vetter to get situated. He gives a nod to the referee. We get a couple claps from the crowd as he seems to be all right. Face-off upcoming. Connor Mayhew taking this one against Andrew Young once more. Tied up off the face-off. Young gets there first. Centers this one over. He was looking to go post to post for a good shot from another Bruin teammate. Here's a shot whiffed on. Getting there is going to be Kalergis. Kalergis leaves this one to Brokaw, and we've got a rush going for the Red Raiders. It's 2-on-2. Brokaw works around one man. Does he have a centering feed? Ooh, he'll miss it along the boards. And now it's Gerber and Brokaw trying to fish it out from the boards, but the Bruins are going to win it. There's a bad pass right to the stick of Connor Mayhew. And now eventually to Brokaw. He'll take a shot. It goes wide. Brokaw back with it in the corner. Centering feed, no one's home. We go all the way to the opposite boards from far side to near side. 8 minutes left to go in the first. Red Raiders have it in their O-zone. Mayhew able to stop a clear there. Oof, my goodness. Gerber stopped the shot, looked for one of his own, but he's unable to bury it off the backhand. 7:45 left to go in the first. Along the boards, kept in at the point that time by Cole Richard. The freshman wraps it around the boards. 7:40 to go in the first. Back in that corner, this time to the right side of Green, the goaltender for Padua here today. There's 2 Raiders up against 2 Bruins. Referees not blowing this one dead. Eventually we get a 3rd Bruin. We'll see what that will do. And the Bruins will get it with numbers. Here Gerber centering it himself. 8 and 7. He takes a shot and it's blocked by the traffic in front. Gerber keeps it in. Looking for the centering over to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew up to the point to the freshman Richard. He'll take a shot. And it almost got through the 5-hole. Now we get a couple pushes and shoves after the whistle, but not a bad shot from the freshman. He was looking 5-hole, but as the goaltender, Austin Green, drops into the butterfly position, we will get the whistle blown and we will get the face-off upcoming. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Taking this face-off to the right side of Austin Green is going to be Ian Hunter for the Red Raiders. He tried to win that one over to his left to Arth. Nothing doing. Ian Hunter will get it back and send it behind the net of Green. Kept it at the point that time by Braden White. He'll take a shot, a good stick save by Green. And into the corner we go to his right side. Tripped up is Colin Arth, no call. 6:45 left to go in the first. Can this be kept in? Along the blue line it cannot be. Braden White tried to kick it in, but it went right by his skate. 6:35 left to go in the first. We play on. This time it's going to be with number 25, Olbrees. Olbrees was looking up. This is going to be waved off for icing as it hits his stick in the neutral zone. Olbrees back with it. He'll dump this one into the corner for Coyne. Coyne back to Olbrees. He'll take a shot, and a good save that time by Michael Better. Can Shaker get a rush going the other way now? Nope. Aiden Salmon couldn't move it forward, as that time it was kept in by Hicks. But now a cross-ice feed. Ian Hunter tries to get a rush going the other way. But in doing so, it creates a rush for Padua. And immediately good poke check that time by Cole Richard, ending the threat in the neutral zone before they even were able to take a good shot. Here's Quentin Garnett losing possession in the neutral zone. Number 11, Adam Coyne, going to dump it into the Shaker zone as the rest of his Bruin team gets a couple changes and some fresh legs out there. Here's a cross-ice feed. We'll go to Ian Hunter. Keep in mind he's the man that had that goal the other day, and Ian Hunter, a big hit laid on along the boards just as he was entering into the blue line. Here along the glass, Ryan Lenahan keeps this into the zone. He'll take a shot, and that will be tipped up and out of play into the netting. So with 5.5 left to go in the first, we will get a whistle, and the face-off is upcoming in that Red Raider O-zone. 0-0 your score. Austin Green, the goaltender here today for Padua. The goaltender on the other side, the junior Michael Better. Off the face-off, Green going to play this one, sending it into the left corner for number 20 to take. Number 20, that's Yuri Belina. Now a pass all the way down the ice. He's looking for Boscarello. Now he's got a great breakaway chance, and that was just misplayed by the defenseman in the Red Raider zone. Great move by the forward, and the Bruins get the early lead less than 10 minutes into the game. 5:17 left to go in the first. Face-off will be taken over by Sammy Gerber. He'll dump this one down off the boards and right to Austin Green. He'll play this one, taking it, sending it behind the net. Great score by Salvatore Boscarello. We'll see if that's a name we got to keep our ears open for. We'll see. Less than 5 minutes left to go. For the moment, the first line of forwards is out. The second line of defense is out. It's been in Cossins. Calais just here's a rush. This time for number 13, Aponte. Aponte has no other Bruins with him, so he's just going to wrap this around the boards, get it changed just like the rest of them. Benincasa off the boards. He's looking down the ice to Sammy Gerber. It's out of his reach. We will get the icing called on the men of red and white. 4:34 left to go in the first. Your Red Raiders now down 1-0 after that nifty move by Boscarello was able to create a brief breakaway chance and bury it into the top right corner. Not much blame should be put on Michael Better for that one. Garnett tries to wrap this one around. Instead, number 26, Andrew Young, is there. Now a blast from the point. It's tipped. Secondary chance off the backhand, and a great save by Michael Better. Shaker has it the other way. Cross ice. We go Connor Mayhew. Mayhew up to Brokaw. What can he do? He'll take it over to the right wing. Bumped off the play this time by number 17 of the Bruins. But back to Brokaw we go. He's looking for the centering feed to Mayhew. Secondary chance and a kick save. Sammy Gerber gets it back in the slot, but he can rip a good shot. And down the ice we go. Braden White's going to be the first man to get there in the Red Raider defensive zone. He's going to wrap this one around the boards. It will clear the zone to Brokaw. Between the legs, he was looking for that pass to Sammy Gerber cross ice. It won't reach him. The Bruins dump it right back into the Shaker zone. Delayed offsides for Padua. Shaker now going to take it the other way as there was that delayed call. Now it seems as though the Red Raider offensive line going to go ahead and get a couple changes. Gerber and Brokaw hopped off. Mayhew still on. Except now he's going to hop off as well. For the moment, it's Hunter. It is Salmon, and now it's Colin Arth. Off the boards here, it's going to go to Quentin Garnett. Garnett to his co-defenseman, Kalergis. Kalergis off the boards to Salmon. He had a man beat deep down the ice, but not sure exactly he knew that. Just over 3 minutes left to go. A centering feed, this time to number 20. He'll take a shot. Great save by Michael Better once more. That shot by Yuri Belina, the senior, here on senior night. Not able to bury it home. Kalergis wraps this one around the boards. He's looking for Salmon. Salmon. Oh, a big hit. But here's a good chance for a rush the other way for Shaker. Ian Hunter tripped up. No call. And now Padua the other way. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's a blast that time from number 23, Ravalski. But it went wide off to the right side. Just over 2.5 left to go here in the first. Shaker down by 1, and along the boards, a battle for puck possession. Shaker clears it out to number 27, Marcus Kane. And eventually, all the Bruins touch up in the neutral zone. Kane's just going to take it himself. A kick save. Rebound chance was given up, but he couldn't bury it. The man in the slot with the opportunity there was number 11, Adam Coyne. Just not able to react quickly enough to get a good backhand shot away. 2:12 left to go in the first. We continue to play on. This pass out of reach of Ravalski, so we will get the icing on the men of white, brown, and orange. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum here with the call. 1-0 is your score. The Bruins on top here in their home barn. Lenahan to take this face-off. He's up against number 10, Braden Miller, and Braden Miller's going to win it and try to clear. Joey Moore says no thank you. Off the backhand, he wraps this one back around. But picking it up here is going to be number 7, Luke Jordan. Jordan was looking cross-ice. Is this going to be an icing? It indeed will. There were 2 Padua Bruins entering into the zone, but the pass was all the way from behind the red line of center ice. So, yeah, that's going to be an icing every time. 1:51 left to go here in this first period. Lenahan taking the face-off once again against Braden Miller. Around the boards we go. Getting there is going to be Luke Jordan of Padua. Can he clear it out off the glass? Yes, he can. White tried to drop down to one knee to keep it in the neutral zone, and it'll glide right past him and actually on net to Michael Better. He's just going to slap the leather down and away to whistle for a face-off. 99 seconds left to go here in the first period of play. Shaker down by 1. We'll see if they can get any goal or just any sort of momentum before they head into the locker room. Around the boards we go to Joey Moore. Moore held up, tried to get it back to his defenseman Quentin Garnett. Nothing doing. Now it's number 10, Braden Miller. Miller can't keep it in the corner. But Shaker really struggling to set up any rushes. Here's Joey Moore keeping it inside the blue line. Padua eventually able to take it out. And there's number 13 along the right wing. He's bumped off the play by Quentin Garnett. Good play by number 17 of your Red Raiders. Lenahan taking it up the left wing. He'll work around one defenseman. Ooh, at first it looked like he would, but eventually throwing him down to the ice was number 25, Jack Olbrys. Along the boards and along that red line of center ice in the neutral zone. Now less than a minute left to go in this first period. Olbrys skating it up the right wing, taken off the puck that time by Quentin Garnett. Garnett going to leave this one to Connor Mayhew behind the net of Michael Better. Now Brokaw wraps it around. Back to Garnett behind the net. What can he do? He's waiting for a rush to develop, but off the boards, he'll send it right to number 20, Yuri Belina. Does Padua have a final rush in them? Maybe you double your lead before the end of the period. Yuri Belina looking for the shot. And that was tipped up and wide and out of play. 24 seconds left to go in the first. We're going to get this face-off in the Red Raiders zone. Mayhew taking this face off. This time he's up against number 24, Brokaw, right off the draw, moving it forward up the right wing, taking a shot, and that goes wide. But that's a good way to get a quick rush going if you want a goal before the end of the period. And now the referee's going to blow this one dead. Looks like we've got a penalty on number 21. They're going to call this one a hooking on Tegan Brown. 12.6 left to go in the first. Of course, if Shaker doesn't score on the power play here in the first, that'll carry over to the very start of the second. We'll see what they can do. Mayhew to take this face off. He'll win it over to Joey Moore. Moore to Garnett. Garnett takes a shot. Kick save. Rebound was given up. Gerber wasn't there to take any sort of shot. Here's a rebound chance to Mayhew. What a save by Austin Green. And that'll take us to the end of period number 1. My goodness, what a final desperation save to end this first period of play. Not any offense to speak of from your Red Raiders. They're down in a 1-0 affair. The goal from the Bruins, it was number 12, Salvatore Boscarello, a beauty of a move, but we'll recap that first period. We'll recap it for you when we come back. But thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We'll see you after this first intermission break. Shaker down by 1. Let's just put it on the scoreboard. All right, awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Future in that.
Thank you. That's the goal, right?
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
you're the monsters.
I appreciate it.
This is for you. I was in Puerto Rico yesterday and listened to the game, so I came in overnight.
Thank you.
You did a great job. I listened to it on the beach yesterday. It was great.
Yeah, right.
My son had an assist even, and I knew all about it.
Yeah.
So it was
Oh
awesome.
my God.
Thank you. We're gonna go on camera. Here, do you wanna sneak through? Okay. Okay. All right. Just gonna recap the first period. Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. We are getting set for the second period of play. Your Red Raiders find themselves down 1-0. They are looking to extend their winning record to 6-3-1 with the victory here. We'll see how that goes. But the Red Raiders, once again, down 1-0. It was Boscarello, number 12, the goal scorer for Padua. We'll see if he can tack on another third. We'll see if the Red Raiders can tie it here in this second period. We'll send you down to the ice. I'll stay on the call. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Olo. Taking this opening face-off of the period will be Colin Arth on defense. It's not going to be much defense. This is going to be Quentin Garnett. Keep in mind, the Red Raiders have 1:48 left to go on power play time. So Garnett, the lone defenseman, out there for the Red Raiders. Joey Moore sends this to Brokaw. Brokaw back to Garnett. Garnett needs to regroup as it's off his stick and along the boards. Now up to Arth. Arth is pickpocketed by number 27. And Padua will clear it out pretty quickly. 1.5 left to go here in the penalty that number 21, Tegan Brown, had. It was a hooking minor to conclude that first period. Here's Will Brokaw. Brokaw moves it up to Sammy Gerber. Sammy Gerber's off his stick. But can he recover in the O-zone? He can with the help of Arth. Arth takes a shot. Garnett trying to keep it in. But eventually number 14 will get a second chance and dump this one down. Urban Matejcik on the clear there. 14 minutes left to go here in the second period of play. We go up to the blue line. Garnett with a hard shot. You know, that could not have felt good. Number 10, the man to block it, it was Braden Miller. And good work putting your body on the line there to stop the shot. Save a potential goal from going in. Here we go to Garnett. Garnett, backhand, forehand, and so 13:35 left to go here in the second. He'll leave this one to Sammy Gerber. Gerber skates this one up the left wing. Go cross ice, and that's interfered with by the stick of number 13, Marky Aponte. Shaker really struggling to get much setup going. Now they only have 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Brokaw skating this one forward, trying to split the two defensemen, nothing doing. And Joey Moore can't keep it inside of the blue line. That will take the rest of this power play time off. That'll be an icing this time on the Red Raiders. Joey Moore was looking for Sammy Gerber. It's out of his reach. The forward line now is going to be Mayhew, Hunter. And originally it was looking like it would be Arth, but now we're going to have Ryan Kiltz take the ice. On defense, it's going to be Benincasa and Kaler, just that second pairing. 13:06 left to go here in the second. 1-0 your score. The Padua still lead after killing that penalty. Benincasa sends this up to Hunter. Hunter wraps this one around the boards, dumps it in. Icing waved off. He was in front of the red line of center ice. Into the corner we go. Kiltz held up along the board to Mayhew. Mayhew looking to center it himself, and a kick save there by Austin Green. Along the boards, Ian Hunter held up that time by the Bruin number 10. A shot is made, low percentage, but the goaltender put some effort into the save anyway, and we are going to get the face-off in that Red Raider O-zone. Goaltender here today, Austin Green, the junior for the Padua Bruins. And junior on the other side of the ice as well. That is Michael Better. Here the face-off taken by Joey Moore. And off the face-off, it's going to be Ryan Lenahan trying to dump it into the corner. Nothing doing. Padua was able to clear it. Kalergis to Benincasa. Benincasa off the boards. Right to a Bruin defenseman in that Bruin defensive zone. Benincasa wraps this one around. Behind the net of Green to Joey Moore. Moore banks it off the boards. No one's there to pick it up. But now bad turnover. It'll go to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew held off the puck. Good play that time by number 7, Luke Jordan. In the neutral zone, will fly right to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew leaves it to Arth. Arth takes the shot and goes wide off to the right side. Maybe just a dump-in attempt. 12 minutes left to go here in the second. Looking for a wraparound shot. That time it was Connor Mayhew. Nothing doing, however. 11:50 left to go in the second. Down the ice. It's off the stick of Connor Mayhew. This should be offsides, and yes, it is. Arth and Moore were trying to exit the zone. I believe Moore got there in time, but Arth still inside of the O zone, and so this is going to go as an offsides, and the face-off will be outside that Red Raiders zone. Taking the face-off will be Gerber. To his left, it'll be Ian Hunter. To his right, it'll be Will Brokaw. On defense, it's that first pairing. That means it's going to be Quentin Garnett and Cole Richard. That pass is intercepted. He'll dump this one forward. Ian Hunter, the man to intercept it, and off the boards, it'll go right to the goaltender, Austin Green. And he will slap the leather down and away to whistle for the face-off. 11:36 now left to go here in the second. 1-0 is your score. Boscarello still the lone goal scorer here for the Bruins. And there, a good poke check. Sammy Gerber, however, unable to get there first. That'll maybe hit off the hand of Brokaw. If not, it just went right over. He's trying to intercept it back into neutral zone to no avail. 11:20 left to go here in the second in the corner. 2 Bruins against 2 Red Raiders. Who comes out with it? And here it's going to be the freshman defenseman, Cole Richard. Now he's going to create a rush himself. And right after he skates in front of the red line of center ice, he dumps it forward for the rest of his team to get there as well. Garnett up to the slot. No one is there for the Red Raiders. The Bruins are going to take it once again back the other way. Trying to dump it forward. It'll head off number 26, who was grasping onto that Red Raider bench for dear life after the hit laid down in that area. There, a big hit from Will Brokaw, that time on the lone goal scorer here today. Boscarello taken down to the ice along his own bench. Might have been right after he hopped on. And that is a way to get a man back into the game. 10.5 left to go in the neutral zone. Sammy Gerber tries to move it back into the center of the neutral zone. Nothing doing that rush that time from number 13. He'll regain the possession, and that shot goes wide. That time, Marquis Aponte on the rush. One of these seniors honored here today for the Padua Senior Day. Padua up 1-0. Not much riding on this game. The Red Raiders should be in that 3rd seed no matter what, facing off against Holy Name on February 6th. Padua more than likely in that 4th seed. This is dumped down the ice by Quentin Garnett. We're going to get an icing and some much-needed changes for this Shaker Heights squad. 9:52 left to go in the second. 1-0 still your score. We're waiting for some good old Red Raider offense to make its way through. However, nothing so far. The forward line is going to be Kiltz, Juan, and Salmon. Haven't seen Juan much. This might be his first appearance of the game. We know he had to play JV right before this. JV lost 9-0 to the Padua JV team. Here's Padua's skating it up the right wing. And a shot, and that'll hit off the iron. Michael Better going to cover this one up, and eventually we will get the whistle, but the puck was very much still loose. Surprised that was blown dead. Yeah, the man on the rush, Jack Olbrist, the man that was looking for the rebound chance, shrugs his shoulders like he maybe should have had that secondary chance, but nothing doing. The first line of offense now, or I suppose just the line of offense now, is going to look like Joey Moore, Colin Arth, and Connor Mayhew, all from different forward lines, so we'll see what they can do here. Here it's Arth leaving this one to Mayhew. Mayhew back to Moore. Looking for the tip out in front from Arth. He couldn't get a desired tip through the legs, and the puck goes the other way. Trying to deke around Kalergis. Kalergis says no thank you. He'll work it into the neutral zone. He's on the rush this time with Arth. Taking a shot before he enters into the blue line. It'll hit off of number 25 and back into the corner we go. Kalergis centering it himself. Leaves it to Benincasa. Benincasa dumps it right back into the corner for one of his forwards to take. Arth to Benincasa. It's right off of one of the skates of someone along the boards, and it will take a lucky bounce back to the Padua defenseman. Off the boards, Arth banks it off. Tries to center it himself once again. Nothing doing in the corner. We go once more. Padua takes it once more, but a deja vu here. We go down the ice. It's off the stick of number 23. He's on the rush. Ravalski. And pickpocketed by Braden White. White sends this one up. And he was looking for Arth. Couldn't find him at first. So Braden White's just going to take it himself as he recovers in the neutral zone. White remains out there. Garnett, the other defenseman. Here are the forward lines. Sebi Juan and Will Brokaw. Joey Moore remains out. We'll see when he heads to the bench, and now he will. 8 minutes left to go here in the second. Sammy Gerber comes on in replacement. Sebi Juan joining him, looking for a shot, and he couldn't bury it home. Sebi Juan, one of those varsity players that's also on JV, and he had a different kind of presence whenever he plays in JV. He's just faster, he's just quicker, and that helps him out, and that's probably one of the reasons why he's been elevated here to varsity as one of those swing players. Here's Sandy Gerber in the corner. He'll bank it off the boards, but at the point, there's a blast from Luke Jordan. Off the pad of Michael Better. Braden White wraps it around to Will Brokaw, and eventually it will end up out of the zone. Down the ice we go. Will that hit off of a stick? It will. Icing is waved off. 7:07 left to go in the second. This one's tipped up and out of play, I did believe. And so we are going to get the whistle. .705 left to go here in the second. Shakers still down 1-0. It has felt like that for a while. The forward line going to be Arth taking the face-off, Moore, and Kilts on the wing. Into the corner, Aponte now looking to center it in, nothing doing. Shaker going to clear this one out right into that Padua Bruin bench. Everyone ducking out of the way. And so with 6:53 left to go here in the second, we're going to get a face-off right where we last had it. To that left side of Michael Better. Arth off the face-off, works its way around Michael Better. Bad turnover, a shot, and a good save. Might have ended up wide, actually. Well, regardless, what matters is it's not in the back of the net. Cole Richard up against Aponte, behind the net. Taken over by Boscarello, the lone goal scorer. Sends it up to the point, and what a shot! All the way from the point. That shot from Yuri Belina on senior day. And we get some good celebration from him. And he'll head to the bench for fist bumps after a big senior day goal that moves this score to 2-0. The Red Raider offense really yet to get much going, and these lines have been mixed up all throughout the game, and you wonder if that's just something that might hurt them in the long run. Not much consistency, so they're not able to exactly warm up together. We'll see. Here we're with Sevi Juan, Aiden Salmon, and Ian Hunter. On defense, it's Braden White, and it's Andy Benincasa. Along the boards, Braden White's going to take it, banking it off the boards to Sebi Juan. Juan can't move it forward, but Braden White's going to recover and take it himself. Here we go, Braden White now leaving it to Aiden Salmon. Salmon looks for a centering slot pass, nothing doing. Sebi Juan there was looking for a shot as he entered in the slot, nothing doing. Delayed offside, Sebi Juan touches up in the neutral zone, and he's back to the rush behind the net. Trying to play the puck first before Luke Jordan clears it out, and as Luke Jordan does clear it out, it's up and over the glass, into the netting, and out of play. 5:52 left to go here in the second period of play. Shaker now down. It's 2-0. Now back to our typical first line of offense. That means it's going to be Connor Mayhew taking the face-off. He'll lose this one back, but to his left, it's going to be Will Brokaw. And on his right, it's going to be Sammy Gerber on defense, that first line. Mayhew keeps this one on the Red Raider side of the neutral zone. Now Brokaw is taken down to the ice. We're yet to see a Red Raider penalty so far. Well, hopefully that streak continues throughout the game. There, a good stick lift for Sammy Gerber, trying to get it for one of his other forwards to pick up. Nothing doing. Cole Richard takes it in the neutral zone. He'll get a rush going the other way. Centering it over to Sammy Gerber. He'll take a shot and a good save once more by Austin Green. 5:11 left to go here in the second. What a shot from number 20, Yuri Belina, to make that a 2-goal game all the way from the point. And that brought us to where we are now. 5:11 left to go in the second. 2-0 your score. The first line of forwards remain out now. Mayhew taking the face-off. He'll lose this one back to Andrew Young. Back along the boards, battle for puck possession. 3 Bruins. Now it's going to be 3 Raiders. Oh. And eventually the Bruins are going to take it out of the scrum of bodies along the boards. Bad turnover to Connor Mayhew. Does he have a rush all by himself? He'll take the shot and he'll bury it. My goodness, what a play by number 6 Connor Mayhew, hyping up the crowd for the Selly. He'll go all the way to the red line of center ice, maybe taunting that Padua crowd a little bit. And with that, the Padua deficit cut in half. We're now at 2-1 your score with 4:47 left to go in the second. What a play by Connor Mayhew. How about that? Great turnover forced in the neutral zone. He'll skate right around the defenseman and bury it home right past Austin Green. What a beauty of an offensive show from Connor Mayhew. Now this will be sent down the ice. Is this going to be an icing? It will be. We'll get the faceoff back in the Red Raiders zone. 2-1 now your score. Shakers still on the short end of the score, but we'll see if that Connor Mayhew goal can give the Red Raiders a little bit of momentum heading into the final minutes of this second period. Here's going to be Arth taking the faceoff this time up against number 10, Braden Miller. This shot from the blue line. And, almost snuck under that left pad of Michael Better, but he clamps up, and he will keep this scoreboard lying where it is, 2-1. 4.5 left to go here in the second faceoff, won by Padua once more. Olbrys wraps this one around, but it'll get to Benincasa. Benincasa off the boards to Joey Moore. Moore just dumps this one forward. It's off the skate of Olbrys, and now it's going to be a rush down the ice. Sebi Juan up against Olbrys. Sebi Juan falls down to the ice before being able to do much more. Kalair just wraps it around the boards. Luke Jordan's going to be the first man to get there for the Padua Bruins. He dumps this one down. Benincasa, the first man to get there. He's taken down to the ice. No call. Even though the groans from the Red Raider supporters, they clearly wanted one. And this one's flipped up by Luke Jordan into the Padua Bruin bench. Once again, everyone needing to duck out of the way for their own safety. And with 3:55 left to go in the second, 2-1 your score. Face-off will be in that Padua defensive zone. Big goal from Mayhew, cut the deficit down to 1. And he was clearly trying to hype up his team with the celebration. Behind the net, it's Ryan Kiltz. Fighting up against number 27. Garnett keeps this one in at the point. He doesn't. Hand raised for offsides. None of the Raiders touch up, so it's going to be taken the other way. Here's going to be number 20 once again. He'll send it up to the point. That shot is blocked by Ian Hunter. Looking for a secondary chance. It's number 23. Now he'll skate this one around. It's Ravalski. And now he's held up, almost taken down to the ice. Surprised there's no call, as he was held up a little bit there by the jersey. Aiden Salmon tries to get the puck back in his own possession. He's taken down to the ice, but he'll leave it to Ryan Kiltz to get on the rush, looking for a second chance, but Belina takes it away. Great chance there for Ryan Kiltz. There's a shot from Braden White. It'll sneak through the traffic, and it'll be a kick save. We'll go the other way around. There, a good stick check from Quentin Garnett, trying to get it back in Red Raider possession in the neutral zone. There, a centering pass, and there's just a good setup goal. That goal scored by Jacob Ravalski. And the Bruins will extend their lead right back to 2. Quentin Garnett played the puck aggressively along his side of the ice blue line. And in doing so, wasn't much on the back check. And so the Bruins were able to tack on one with an easy centering pass over to Ravalski. So the other way we go with it. Mayhew sends it back to Kalergis. Kalergis up to Richard. Richard bats it out of the air, trying to look for one of his forwards down the ice. Nothing doing. Here's Padua the other way. He's taken down to the ice, and I think they're going to nab a penalty on the Raiders here. So Jonathan Kalergis heading to the box. That means the Red Raiders go on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes. Shaker's penalty kill a lot more efficient than their power play. So we'll see if they're able to keep this one a 2-goal game. Joey Moore taking the face-off. Off the face-off, tries to clear it, nothing doing. Behind the net of Michael Better we go. 21 holds on to it in the corner, scanning the ice, deciding what to do. Brown will eventually dump it up to the point for number 11, Coyne. But back around the boards we go. Back to number 21, Brown, looking for that shot, nothing doing. It'll go wide. Around the boards, once again, it's Tegan Brown behind the net and to the left corner of Michael Better. Now to the blue line, that shot, and a good kick save. Shaker needs to clear. Quentin Garnett wraps this one around the boards, and even with the stick extension from number 11, Adam Coyne, it will escape the zone. 1:10 left to go on Jonathan Kalergis' penalty. Number 16 having troubles fishing this one out of the zone. Here's Joey Moore. He can win the race there. He's got a good short-handed rush the other way, but nothing doing. Now Benencasa's beat by one of the Bruin forwards. Number 16 holds it. Matier beaten by Quentin Garnett. And now he's looking for a rush of his own. What can he do? Behind the net, looking for the wraparound, and no good. Looking for a secondary chance here. It's Colin Arth behind the net, looking for a centering feed. Joey Moore moves into the slot, but not able to get a good pass to him. 30 seconds left to go on Kalergis' minor penalty. Now 1 minute left to go in the second. Here's a centering feed that goes nowhere but the stick of Joey Moore. Tries to clear it out, but it's going to be Brown keeping it in. Now up to number 13. He'll send it to the opposite side. Taking a shot, and that's blocked by Braden White. The shot that time, I believe, was Belina, the second goal scorer today for the Bruins. This one sent all the way down the ice, and that will kill the rest of the penalty off. 40 seconds left to go here in the second. We'll see if Padua has one final rush in him. Here it'll go up to 13. 13 goes cross ice. Aponte to Jordan. Jordan dumps this one forward. Over to Richard. Richard struggles to keep it on his stick. Eventually he'll recover and get it back. The Shaker have an offensive rush to conclude the game. Richard skating this one forward, and eventually he's bumped off the play. Aponte now has it over to Mayhew. Mayhew, the lone goal scorer. Brokaw taken down to the ice as he's looking for a shot. 5 seconds left to go. This shot is up and over the glass. And with 2.7 left to go in the second, we're going to get a face-off in the Red Raider O-zone. They're going to send Michael Better to the bench to get an extra attacker out, because what are the odds we're going to get a goal? The Bruins are going to get a goal in the next 2.7 seconds. Mayhew to take this face-off, but it'll be the Bruins winning it. Jordan dumps this one out of play immediately, but that's just going to take us to the end of the second. Shaker enters into the period down 1. They're going to leave the period down 2. However, they did tack on 1. 3-1 is your score. The goal from the Red Raiders coming from Connor Mayhew. He tried to hype up his team after cutting the deficit down to 1, but right after that, Padua did respond, extending their lead back to 2. But thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Von Ullum. We will see you back for the recap of the second and first period. We'll tell you how the performances are going on each side of the ice, and we will be back for the call of the third. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Von Ullum. We will see you for the final frame of 15. Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shaker, for the moment, losing this game 3-1. They had some power play opportunities. They've had a lot of good chances on the rush, but for the moment, they are down by 2 to a team in which they should beat. Yesterday, Shaker was able to get the upset against Gilmore Academy, winning it 2-1 on the road against the 8th best team in the state, Padua, the 13th best team in the state, and they're losing by 2 heading into the final frame. So we'll see how this one goes. The one Red Raider goal was scored by Connor Mayhew, the sophomore, with a beauty of a move. He got the turnover in the neutral zone and was able to move it forward, work around one defenseman, and bury it in through Austin Green. For the moment, it remains Michael Better in the crease. We will see if he is able to shut down in the net as we begin this third and final frame. 15 minutes up on the clock. I'll be here with the call of the game. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. It'll be Colin Arth taking the opening draw. To his left, it's going to be Sammy Gerber. To his right, it's going to be Will Brokaw. For the moment, Ryan Lenahan is out of the game. We believe it is to be an oblique strain. So, not sure he's going to be returning to this one, because he was out of the locker room, not dressed in any hockey gear during the intermission. So we'll keep you updated on that, especially as we head into the Cleveland Cup on February 6th. Here's a good rush, but Sammy Gerber wasn't able to beat the goaltender Austin Green there, and so we'll go back down the other way. Shaker really struggling on the face-offs so far here today. It doesn't feel like they're winning much of them at all. And so we'll see if that changes here in the third. Face-offs have been a growing struggle for this Red Raider team. However, yesterday a different look. They were able to beat Gilmore Academy in face-offs. Not by much, but it was something worth noting, and they did win that game, so maybe that's just a key to what brings this Red Raider team to victory. For the moment, 13:45 left to go in the third. That pass goes awry. It was Benincasa looking up the ice to the neutral zone for Connor Mayhew, but it was wide and out of his reach. Benincasa back over to Ian Hunter. Hunter whiffs on one clearing attempt, but a second go, he will get it. And to Luke Jordan of the Bruins, we go to Aponte, and immediately back to Ian Hunter. He'll dump it back down to Luke Jordan, Ian Hunter. A lot of Luke Jordan, Ian Hunter action early in the neutral zone. Here's a good poke. It'll go to Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz goes to the center for Joey Moore. Moore skating it around, and he was looking to deke around number 25, Jack Olbreeze. Instead, he'll just body Joey Moore down to the ice. And there's a shot from Ian Hunter. Secondary chance to Joey Moore, and the shot is a bit too elevated up and high. Might have been tipped as well. 12:50 left to go here in the third and final frame. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sebi Juan on the back check. He's taken down to the ice. No call, surprisingly. It wasn't playing the puck. And behind the net we go back. Number 15 goes to the point, to the other point for Yuri Belina. He's got a shot from the point. And now as Joey Moore touches up, we're going to get a whistle. It's going to be Juan with to his left Rich and to his right Salmon. Juan is up against Coyne for the faceoff outside of the Red Raider blue line. Richard takes it off the draw, banks it off the boards. He was looking at Aiden Salmon. It's out of his reach and off the boards. It's going to be number 27 dumping it back around. Garnett is the first one there, and around the boards he'll find Rich. Rich played in that game in junior varsity earlier today. He got a 5-minute major, but we'll see if that's also something that happens in this game. Hopefully not. Cole Richard holds it in the corner, and now he's just going to try to skate this one out. He was looking to Juan. There's a stick save. Rebound was given up, but no secondary shot was able to find its way to the net. Under 12 minutes left to go here in the third. Shaker down by 2. We'll see what they can get going. Looking for the centering feed. They'll get it over to number 15, but it's out of his reach. That time to Jackson Hicks. Hicks could not pull the trigger. Off the glass, Aiden Salmon leaves it to Juan. Juan held up to Rich. Rich dumps this one forward. He'll hop off along with Sebi Juan. 11 and a half left to go here in the third and final frame. Belina skating this one through Sammy Gerber, now along the blue line. Along that left wing as well, looking for a wraparound shot. Ian Hunter says no thank you, pickpockets him, and dumps this one around the glass. Behind the net we go. Hicks up against Benincasa, and with the help of Ian Hunter, Shaker's struggling along the boards to get it out. And they were looking cross ice, but Aiden Salmon was already halfway off the ice. Down the ice we go. 10:50 left to go here in the third and final period. From one corner to the other, Sammy Gerber, Will Brokaw work together. Brokaw off the net, banks the pass back to himself. Arth with a shot, second chance, and that goes wide to the left. Brokaw with it. Over to Kalergis. Kalergis takes a shot. It's blocked. Brokaw leaves this one back to Kalergis, and he can't move it forward. Here it's going to be number 21 on the rush the other way. It's Brown taking it over to the right wing. He's under pressure by Braden White, and so he's just going to hang on to this one and collide into the boards in the corner. He tries to pass this back up to the point. Sammy Gerber says no thank you. Will take the shot from the neutral zone, and an easy save there. A shove from Will Brokaw after the whistle on Luke Jordan, and we'll see the referee. Going to talk to Will Brokaw after the play. Brokaw heading to the bench along with the rest of his first line of forwards. 10:13 left to go here in the third and final period. Shakers still down by 2. Mayhew taking the faceoff. To his left, it's Kiltz. To his right, it's Moore. Off the faceoff. Kiltz was looking for the shot, nothing doing. But the Bruins try to clear it, and eventually they do. But Quentin Garnett has along the blue line. He'll wrap it around. The first man there will be Ryan Kiltz, but he's up against the other number 4 on the ice of the Bruins, and they'll move it forward. As here it's going to be a Ponte, banking it off the boards to himself and into the corner. Oh, a big hit from Joey Moore. Surprised that wasn't a boarding call, but we go the other way. My goodness, big hit laid down by number 24 of the Red Raiders. Along the blue line, battle for the possession. Bruins are going to take it and eventually clear their zone all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off. It touched another stick. 9.5 left to go in the third. Shaker down by 2. What can they do? All the way down the ice. Ryan Kiltz couldn't pick it up. And so the Bruins have it back. In their own zone, it's going to be Belina going for a skate. He'll leave it to Aponte in the neutral zone to flip it over. He was looking to flip it into the Shaker zone. Instead, he misses the mark and throws it into the Shaker bench. So we will get a face-off in the neutral zone. We'll see where they mark this one. Should be the red line of center ice, and that is where. Sebi Juan to take the face-off. To the right, it's Salmon. To the left, it's Rich, the defensive pairing, Hunter and Benincasa. Benincasa dumps this one forward off the face-off. Rich not able to win the race there. It's Belina. Belina up the ice. Number 23, he'll take a shot from the blue line. Ravalski, he's had a goal here today. The goals have been Belina, Ravalski in that first one. Came from Boscarello. There's a shot and a good save by Michael Better. That'll take us to under 9 minutes left to go in the third with a face-off in the Red Raiders zone. It's to Michael Better's left side, and it's Sebi Juan still taking the face-off with that set of 5 out there still for Shaker. And the Bruins going to win the face-off. That shot's blocked by Sebi Juan, and here's a rush the other way. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Good poke check that time by Belina. It'll hold off Salmon for a moment, but now it's going to be Benincasa taking it forward, looking for the shot. Lowell Rich was looking for the rebound, but instead, covering it up was Green, and the junior takes us once again to another whistle. First line of offense is back out. Mayhew should be the man taking the face-off, and the wingers are going to be Brokaw and Sammy Gerber. On defense, it's going to be number 11, 21, Braden White and Jonathan Kalergis. Here it's going to be Miller taking the face-off up against Mayhew, and it's Shaker winning the face-off. That shot blocked. The shot from Braden White up at the point. Centering feed goes nowhere. Mayhew is looking for the secondary chance off the pad of Green. Unfortunately not able to pull the trigger. Braden White sends this one back up. Just barely in the reach of Connor Mayhew. Here he goes. Taking the shot, and that's blocked. Not sure he knew Sammy Gerber was to his right. Because if so, it would have been a great 2-on-1 rush for the Red Raiders. 8 21 left to go in the third and final period. 3-1 is your score. Mayhew taking this face-off once again. However, this time the face-off is up against number 26, Andrew Young. Along the boards, who's going to take it? It'll be Connor Mayhew. Works around one defenseman. Now he's just thrown down to the ice. That's one way to get the job done if you're the Bruin defenseman. Sammy Gerber holds it off the backhand. Now dumps it off the corner boards to Will Brokaw. Brokaw under pressure. He's held up by a Bruin. 3 Raiders, 2 Bruins. Who comes out with it? At first it looked as though it would be the Raiders. Now wrap it around the boards to Sammy Gerber. Gerber holds it. He's up against Belina in a centering feed. There's no other Red Raider forward there, so they're not able to bury it home. Brokaw up against number 26. There's a centering feed from Sammy Gerber. No Red Raider able to take a shot once again. Here's Brokaw with a shot now. Low percentage as he was out wide and along the boards, but it's still worth noting. We're through the halfway point here of this third and final period. Into the corner we go. Brokaw to Moore up to the point for Kalergis. Kalergis able to keep it in. Not exactly. Moore tried it as well. Nothing doing there. A pass all the way down the ice. They were looking that time to number 14, Urban Matejcik. And that shot goes wide. Brokaw off the boards. He's taken down to the ice. No call. And now, along the boards, it looks like we might have a penalty being assessed on the Bruins. Braden White holds it. And now he's under pressure. Padua touches up. It's Luke Jordan, the man to touch it. And now we're going to get a cross-checking penalty on the men of White and Brown. The penalty that time was on number 21, Tegan Brown. The senior, I guess, playing a little too aggressive on senior day. 6:56 to go in the third. Shaker down by 2. And Shaker going to take the timeout. As with not too much time left, they're down 2. And on this power play, you're really going to want a goal if you still want to be in this game. So, with that, we will take a very brief break. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We will cover the final 7 minutes of this game, but Shaker is down by 2. And we are back. Shaker down in a 3-0 deficit. Your Red Raiders, however, have 2 minutes on the power play after the cross-check from Tegan Brown, and the Red Raiders win the face-off, and we are back to it out of the Red Raider timeout. Here we go to Brokaw. He's got a lane to shoot. He'll take it, but a good glove save. A smooth glove save, if I've ever seen one, from Austin Green. How about that? Only 8 seconds off the power play. 1:52 still to go on Brown's minor. Face-off once again won by Shaker. We'll go up to the point for Garnett. Garnett to Brokaw. He'll hesitate on a shot. We'll go to Garnett for the shot. That's blocked by a stick in front. We'll go to Joey Moore to the opposite point. Joey Moore wraps this one around to find Will Brokaw. Brokaw under pressure by Luke Jordan. Now Brokaw beats him. He's held up. And now eventually we'll get the whistle as the Bruins do touch up. So this will move to a 5-on-3 for the next 1:29. Mayhew taken off. Ian Hunter is in replacement. Gerber, Moore, Brokaw, and Garnett remain on. 6:25 left to go in the third. Shaker down 2 with a 5-on-3 for the next Minute 29. This one's touched up by the Bruins, but in the neutral zone. It's played off the high stick, but by the Bruins. Shaker was the one to touch up, or was the one to snatch it out of the air off the high stick. Here's Garnett on the rush from the neutral zone, and that's offsides. Just barely. Sammy Gerber arguing the call, but to no avail. 6:04 left to go in the third. A minute 09 left to go of 5-on-3. Bad start to the 5-on-3 period. Joey Moore taking the face-off. Who will win it? It'll be Shaker. And now Brokaw along the right wing. Here's a good rush. He'll take the shot. Rebound chance. And that went wide. And eventually it's going to be number 26 clearing it out, Andrew Young. 50 seconds left of 5-on-3. Sammy Gerber holds it behind the net. Now he'll skate it out. Sending it up to Joey Moore. Moore leaves it to Brokaw. Brokaw goes down the ice to the captain, Quentin Garnett. He'll hang up by the point. Get it to Brokaw. That's offside, so they all need to go back to the neutral zone. My goodness. Garnett skates it up. What does he do now? He'll stay at the point to Brokaw. He'll take a shot and a good stick save. We'll send it. Looked as though it was in the netting. Though we play on. Brokaw was looking to send it to Joey Moore. Nothing doing. Garnett over to Brokaw. Brokaw held up. Nothing doing. Sammy Gerber off the boards. He'll find Garnett. Garnett with a shot. Rebound is given up and nothing doing. Sammy Gerber with a second chance. 5 minutes left to go in the third. 3, 2, 1. Now we've got 5-on-4 for the next half minute. Brokaw with a shot. That got through the traffic, but it's wide. Joey Moore sends it right to the stick of number 26, Andrew Young, and down the ice we go. 20 seconds left to go. Better wraps this one around the boards. The first man there is going to be Joey Moore. He'll send this to Hunter. Hunter leaves it for Kiltz. Kiltz takes a shot. He was looking to go 5-hole, but a good pad save. And this is dumped down the ice for Padua. That should just about clear the remainder of Shaker power play time. That is brutal. In a time where you really had to score to get some momentum. Now what can Shaker do? Joey Moore dumps this one into the corner. Off the boards. Will it get to Kiltz? It will not. And it can't be kept in at the point by Benincasa. A lot of sloppy play against these Bruins. We saw it on senior day of the Red Raiders. We're seeing it a lot tonight. And this is dumped down the ice. 4:03 left to go in the third. Shaker still down by 2. Hopefully this is not any sort of sign of what is soon to come in the Cleveland Cup. That begins on Tuesday. Shaker should be facing off against Holy Name, a team that has not beaten any GLHL opponent this season. Arth leaves this to Benincasa. Benincasa around the boards. It's kept in that corner by a Bruin. Shaker needs to get something set up. Kiltz off the backhand. Will hit off of number 12. Number 12 now looking for the turnover, and he almost had a chance to send it into the slot, but nothing doing. Here's a good rush the other way. It's Andy Benincasa banking it off the boards, and will he be the first man to get there behind the net? He won't be, but he'll take Luke Jordan down, so something to note. Number 25, Olbrys, banks it off the boards to himself. Connor Mayhew takes it back off the stick of Benincasa. Back to Mayhew. Mayhew skating this one forward. He'll stick with it. Now around one defenseman. Looking to move around a second, nothing doing. Now a big hit laid down on Colin Arth along the boards. 3:10 left to go in the third and final frame. Mayhew has it on his stick. Moves around one man, looking for the shot, and he won't pull the trigger, nor can Teddy McGinnis. He's getting his first minutes. Delayed offsides along the blue line. Connor Mayhew going to hang on to it. He's looking to do it all himself. He moves around one man, and now he's taken down. Big hit in the O-zone, and that pass goes awry. They were looking for Colin Arth. It's out of his reach. And now after the whistle, a bit of a cheap shot on Connor Mayhew. Mayhew shrugs his shoulders to the ref. The referee lets it be. 2:45 left to go in the third. Shaker down by 2. Here on the road. Taking this face-off is going to be Sammy Gerber. And they're going to blow this one dead before we get much of anywhere. Looked as though the turnover wasn't exactly sufficient. Eventually, we get the puck back to the referee. Here we go. Gerber taking the face-off once again. Off the draw, Shaker's tied up, nothing doing. Teddy McGinnis misses the puck at the point of the Red Raiders zone. It's Sammy Gerber off the backhand. He was looking at Teddy McGinnis. It's out of his reach. My goodness. 2.5 left to go. Centering feed that time. It was to number 11, but not able to take a shot. There, it'll ring off the iron. Shaker's defense able to send it out of the crease, and eventually Sammy Gerber picks it up off a rebound. Will Brokaw skating it up the right wing. Moves around one man. Moves around another. Through the legs, and eventually the third man just a bit too much. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the third and final period. Coyne has it. Pressured by Joey Moore. And back to Brokaw. Brokaw takes a shot from outside the blue line. And a save there from Green behind the net. Eventually it's going to be Belina skating it out of the zone. Moving it forward at the point. Looking for the shot. He'll take it, but it's a bit too elevated over the crossbar. Here's Kiltz. Not able to get it. Or not able to keep it, I should say. Under 100 seconds left to go. Here's a shot. Rebound chance was given up, and a good kick save for Michael Better. 3-1 remains your score. Shaker might be pulling their goalie very soon, but that should be an icing on Shaker, as that won't hit the intended target of Ryan Kiltz in the neutral zone. 1:25 left to go here in the third and final period. Shaker down by 2, 3-1 your score. The forward line here. There's only 4 guys out there for the Red Raiders. Now they'll get a 5th man. Taking the face-off is going to be Arth. He won't win it. It's back to the point. Number 25 takes a shot. And Michael Better with a good glove save to the left hand. Arth to take the face-off once again. This time he'll win it back, but no Red Raiders there to pick it up. So Arth is going to get there first for the men in red. Shaker can't clear it out. 1:10 left to go here in the third. Just looking for the centering feed. Nothing doing. It's blocked by a stick of the Red Raiders in the slot. Now back to the slot we go, but Benincasa is the only man there for the Red Raiders. We'll leave the zone with Ryan Kiltz. He'll dump this one around the boards. Who gets there first? It'll be Sebi Juan. Juan was looking for Arth. Arth can't pick it up. Passing has just been a brutal thing here today for these Red Raiders. The net is empty. 35 seconds left to go here in the third. We go down the ice to Brokaw. Brokaw looking for a chance to cut the deficit down to 1. Centering feed nowhere within the reach of Ryan Kiltz. Padua banks this off the boards. It'll go to Joey Moore. Moore up the ice to Brokaw. Brokaw can't pick it up cleanly as he collided with Colin Arth. Here's a shot down the ice. That'll be an icing with 16.5 left to go in the third. Faceoff will be down in the Bruins' end. So we've got 6 attackers out for Shaker. We'll see who we send out. The defensive pairing is going to be Garnett and Richard. The forwards are going to be Lowell Rich, Ian Schneiberg, Sebi Juan, and they're just going to send Michael Better back into the net. Fourth line is out, perhaps a sign of we're going to take this loss and set our sights into the Cleveland Cup. There, Sebi Juan misplays it. It'll go back to the defensive zone to Cole Richard. Garnett was looking down the ice to Sebi Juan. It won't even escape the zone as it hits off of a Bruin. The Bruins already start celebrating. And there we go, a bit of a late hit it seemed on one of the Bruins players, and he's down and slow to get up along the blue line. So thank you very much for tuning in. And some of the Bruins fans booing the Red Raiders after a bit of a late physical contact. But that will take us to the end of this game. Wasn't exactly a pretty one, but Shaker didn't have much meat in the game. They had, much skin in the game, and that's because they were already 5-3-1 in the GLHL. A win here doesn't matter much to their standings. A loss here doesn't matter much to the standings. They will be taking on Holy Name. They are 3rd seeded in the Cleveland Cup. We will see you on Tuesday back here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Padua players saluting their fans on senior night. They were able to get the victory. 3-1 is your final. We'll see you Tuesday as the Red Raiders face off against the Green Wave of Holy Name. It should be Padua and Welch Jesuit facing off that night as well in the quarterfinals. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We will see you for the Cleveland Cup quarterfinal.